Hi, welcome to my video, Holidays and Hollow Eyes. Yeah, so I've already prepped the skin. I should give myself an introduction, but I will at some point.
Did a little talking, learned some tea.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Haley Brian.
Last game day. Sub club for real.
I'm doing pageant makeup. Hi, my name is Haley Nicole Bryant, aka Miss Haley B, your Southern makeup loving god sister. And I'm so excited to do this tutorial today. Today we're going to be doing a hollow eye, which is oftentimes just like a middle cut crease that you'll see in your kind of like right here. I'm excited. We're also going to be using a new palette today. Oh, a little special guest. So hopefully you like her as much as I like it. It's going to be our first time using it together. So let's go. I'm going to be doing my base off camera, but it's going to be one of those quick bases. So I'll see y'all back in a second. We're almost done. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you can make the wrong foundation work with the right concealers. Those are my liquid bases, at least. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Whenever it comes to eyeshadow, I've done a lot over the years. I've used eyeshadow primers. I've not used eyeshadow primers. And also, I'm going to list everything that I use today. Right now, I'm using the Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to go ahead and press that in right here too while I'm at it. Have you ever been slapped by a wet spaghetti noodle? Have y'all ever heard of that TikTok? That TikTok is the funniest thing in America to me. Definitely lost track of what I was talking about, but that's okay. Oh, I remember what I was talking about now. I not use eyeshadow primers, which it wasn't horrible. I can just definitely say I put in a whole bunch of effort to just not get a lot back. Since there's nothing for the shadow to technically grip to besides the natural oils in my eyelid, it would move around all day. So then by the end of the day, sometimes it would be gone, especially if I just use a shimmer. Oh my gosh, back to those days where I just use a shimmer. Our special guest for today is Mrs. Claus by BH. Yay! So spoiled. I'm so excited because I was like, this is just gonna be so cute since we're in the Christmas spirit. So I took off the little paper packaging. This was all that was on it. Actually, that's incorrect. It was wrapped in plastic too. And I also put the price down there. I forgot how much this was. I think this was $16. Yes.
Actually, it was 12, but anyway,
16 or 18.
12.
So this is what it looks like. Very cute, very cute. And when I open it, bing, bada, boom, from the 16 shades, if I'm mathing correctly. Yeah, I'm mathing correctly. Now, again, this is my first time using it. I did take the plastic off, but I didn't touch any of them. So this is gonna be fun. We're gonna see how this goes. Let's get started. I'm gonna go in with the shade Spice Girl right here to put down a sort of base. Even though I put the Laura Mercier translucent powder on here to set the concealer, that's what I use now. Oh, she's nice. She's nice. So what I'm doing is I'm packing it onto my crease and then buffing it out. So since I'm doing a halo eye and not just a cut crease, I'm packing it on there, going even into my inner eye towards my nose. Just really trying to get it to cover up all the bases right here. Yes, I am going over a little bit. And I'm leaving a little bit of space right here on my brow bone. These are very, very solid with their pigment. I will definitely say that. Enough so where I can pack it on there like that. Now I will say I did put this as a voting option on my Instagram, which is miss.haleyb_, which I'll put all that down there. Aw, I messed up the little snowflake. There was a little snowflake in Spice Girl. It's the shadow that I'm using now. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Cinnamon because we're gonna segue into, what's that? All Night. And I don't want it to just go from like light brown or regular brown to black, because even though you can, I wouldn't suggest it. You want to give yourself a chance to actually, like, you know, make that gradient that's just so spicy. I'm so sorry. So what you see me doing right here, I'm honestly kind of outlining where I feel the crease will be. So now that that's laid down right there, I'm gonna go into my corners. I always like to do, how can I say this? To lay down the foundation. We're gonna say lay down, that's what it is. Lay down the foundation around where I'm gonna be cutting out. That's why I'm going with this dark brown. in the shade Cinnamon. Honestly, Cinnamon. We're not gonna use the black, not this time, but it's okay because it's gonna end up looking cute. I don't know if you noticed me doing it, but I'm raising my eyebrows whenever I do my eyeshadow so you can like get the most out of your eyelid space. And again, I'm buffing that into my nose area a little bit. So what you see me doing is leaving a space in the center of my eyes where I'm gonna plant my shimmers. Now you don't have to use shimmers. I just like to use shimmers. I'm gonna use shimmers for the sake of this palette because that's what's primarily available. And again, I'm doing the same technique that I did earlier, which was pack on then buff. Raise your eyebrows if there's someone's talking to you sideways. Now for the fun part. What I like to do is I'll go in with the L.A Girls Pro Concealer in their lightest shade. The shade is called Fairest. I'm going in kind of like where my eyeball is. That's so bad. And again, like I'm not using too much, and then I'm look up respectfully. Bam. And if you're wondering why I'm not adding more, it's because less is more whenever it comes to doing this part. You don't want your base to be too gooey underneath, for lack of better words, because then it'll make it harder for your shadow to sit. Now I am going back with a little bit just because I wanted to go out a little bit more. So you go back in with the shade that you have closest to it, to where you push your cut crease. So, and you see how much cinnamon shows up? I use a fluffy brush throughout this entire process. Are you supposed to? I'm not quite sure, but that's how I've done it over these years. And just a little bit. You don't want the line of where you place the foundation to be just so stark. I feel like it's a layering process as well. Tapping it on there. Same thing that I've done earlier. And honestly, whenever I do my halos, I really do kind of do it to where it's shaped like that on both eyes. So I'm going to go in with the shade Fireball. Sorry. Right here. On my fluffy brush. Because it has gold flakes in it. Low key. Wow. Girl, go head on. Depending on how many colors I want to use, I would have like put it a little less on there, which sounds so grammatically correct. Depending on how many colors you use, you can space them out in a different way. And I am going back and overlapping Cinnamon, the shade Cinnamon, with Fireball, so I can blend them. And the way that I do that is I pack it on top and then I buff downwards a lot of times, you'll see me do. Now, so whenever it comes to the middle shimmer, like the big dog in charge, I'm gonna go in with Unwrapped. And I like to use a flat, very kind of like thick bristled brush because it oftentimes picks up glitters or shimmers well. Like I'll show you. Because whenever you use a thicker brush, and I'm not saying you can't, but whenever you use a bigger fluffy brush, I don't know, I've just seen over the years that kind of makes it a little harder. Wow. Wow. Oh, I got a Snapchat from Casey. That's my boy. She's pretty.
It's coming along, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I just have to fix this side, but...
Yeah, because you can see the silver is more pronounced on it.
Mm-hmm, in the
you
middle.
Want it like that?
Unwrapped is very pretty. And I'm getting my money's worth of her. And right now, I know it seems like, golly, you're putting so much glitter on that side. Technically, I am. But it's because I made a mistake. Mistakes happen. And put it a little bit to the left. Yeah, that's the right direction. Instead of the right. So, I'm simply going to... This side is also higher too. Sometimes it happens. You just have to be patient with yourself and with the look that you're trying to get. And what you see me doing is just taking a Fireball and going over Unwrapped. And she's still not centered over here. So I'm gonna drag it a little bit. There we go. Now we're fixed and we're mixed. Now there was a middle shade I could have gone in with, but it kind of had a different hue, and I wasn't really wanting to mix them, to be honest. And again, just going back in with my red. But honestly, that's how it is. That's how you do that. Play with it. Again, like, it's really a patience thing whenever you're trying to get the look that you're going for. Just tap out until it looks like how you want it to look. And honestly, this is how I want it to look right now. So I will come back with a finished face and wrap everything up. Okay? So this is the final look with my holiday and hollow eyes. Also, I wanted to go and list all of the holidays that are happening in the month of December right now. Because I was like, there's no reason not to talk about it if this is holiday and hollow eyes. We did the hollow eyes part, so. Also, I recognize this entire time I've been saying hollow eye, I meant halo eye. Please just ignore it, I'm so sorry. December holidays celebrated around the world. Of course, we have Christmas, which is celebrated with the Christian faith. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, which is celebrated with the Jewish faith. Boxing Day, which I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research into because this is my first time hearing about it. It says Boxing Day takes place on December 26th, only celebrated in a few countries. The holiday originated in the United Kingdom during the Middle Ages. Omasaka, which is New Year's, celebrated in Japan. Those are some of the holidays that are celebrated in December all around the world. And again, I hope that you liked my hollow eyes tutorial, and I'll see y'all guys later. Raise your eyebrows if someone's talking to you sideways. Now for the fun part, what I like to do